that I said, hey, the guy did just commit, and he should be charged with attempted murder. There's no doubt about it. That was caught on video. That was an attempted murder of that police officer. However,
well, I'm so happy that they fired those cops. That made me so happy. I felt good about that, and it was a good choice. And we have a strong officer working up there.
All right, excellent. I thank you for the call, Joe. Let's go to Art in California. Art, you're on the line.
Hi, I do have some comments about that. I think that this show is a real privilege, and the information is it is an info war, and there's a war on for our minds right now.
Now, there has been for some time, but they are just intensifying all the programs towards, globalization, eugenics, and technology. So right now, we really live in an interesting time. I know that, time keeps slipping onto the future, but really, these news stories have doubled, tripled in mass. We see just an escalation in the wars around the world. We're not getting out of Afghanistan. We're not getting out of Iraq. All these robotics, they need to be reported on. All these mass vaccination campaigns, they need to be reported on. And it really does suck that there are so many facets to this whole thing, and it's got to be some, little guy like me on a radio show like this telling everybody. But hopefully, we can grow and become larger, and we can bring more people into the fold and make this into some kind of a 24-hour news network to try to combat the mainstream media and their corporate lies.
Right. Well, I don't think it's about people calling and trying to make you a celebrity, or he did a cool movie, or he's got a cool show, I wish I was him, or how you doing on the front lines here? How do you think you're doing on the front lines? People show some respect, try to keep it real, don't get so philosophical, man. This stuff is painful stuff. When you stub your toe, you get mad, right? This is way worse than that. I mean, it's people should be angry when they call in here,
No, I agree. And, we were talking to that other guy, talking about love and fear. And yes, you shouldn't find yourself afraid. But when I first came across this information in 2002, the 9/11 stuff, and I was doing my own research, and then it expanded into the Alex Jones material, I'd have to be honest with people. I lost a lot of sleep. I had a lot of, cold, sweaty nights where I would wake up and just be, my heart beat, and I can't believe what's going on. But you have to overcome your fears. You got to be a man, or an adult. I don't even want to say a man because, women have to own up to being an adult as well. We can't just suck our thumbs, get into the fetal position, and watch Grey's Anatomy and think everything's going to be all right, or watch House and everything's cool, or, Law and Order SVU is really neat. We have to get involved, and we have to, go ahead.
Yeah, we got to come out of this fluoride haze and the pain of just seeing what's going on, or realizing how on the brink, things like your show and GCN. I mean, people really need to show some respect when they call in here.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate the call, Art. I mean, hey, everybody's entitled to their own attitude / opinion, but I'm open to people disagreeing with me, taking an attitude with me. Just come correct, come with facts, come with actual information. I mean, we can sit here and argue about the meaning of a word forever. The bottom line is, to me, both terms are, let's just say abhorrent. Both of them are, not good. It's something I'm not into, something I think is, inherently wrong and evil, if you will. Let's go to Matt in Arkansas. Matt, you're on the line.
Hi, Jason.
How you doing?
Well, I had always known that something was wrong with the world. I even voted for Obama. I was a big supporter. I wore his bumper sticker on my car. Shortly after that, it wasn't a week after he was in office that I just said, something is wrong. He has already gone back on everything he said. Came across the Obama deception. It changed my life. Thank you guys for releasing that. Thank you for everything you do.
Cool.
I have a question, and then I'll hang up. I am a little bit scared considering, what I've learned in the last, 3 or 4 months, and considering the threat that, Infowars poses to the New World Order. Do you guys fear them unleashing the bloodhounds on you or us?
Well, we've had it happen, man. I mean, the bottom line is we've caught them censoring our videos on Google, on YouTube. We've gotten threats via fax, via phone from CEOs of large pharmaceutical companies only in the last few months.
Physical threat, considering.
Well, you know what? You're going to die no matter what, man. No one's going to live forever. You know what I'm saying, brother? And before I was doing this, I'm the main target. I'm a young man. Okay, I make less than, especially before this, but even now, I make less than $30,000 a year. I'm pretty poor. You know what I mean? I am their guinea pig. I grew up even poorer. You know, I am part of the, unwanted masses, the sheeple, the chattel. And, when New York City was attacked, that was close enough to me. I'm an upstate New York guy. And just thinking about that and how many people were lost there and, I guess kind of having an emotional bond with the buildings of the World Trade Center themselves. I mean, they were iconic. I mean, to actually be inside the World Trade Center as I was, several times as a child and a young adult and be next to them and for what they did, that scares me more. It scares me more that there's a plan out there to put an implantable microchip in my arm if I don't do anything and maybe even in my head. So to me, it's like I'm more scared that the entire population doesn't realize what the real threats are, what the real dangers are, and how close we are to these real threats, real dangers, real situations, rather than, am I going to wake up tomorrow, or, am I going to get capped for what I believe in, or am I going to get my brake lines cut for what I believe in? I lost those fears a long time ago, and I'd be lying to you if I said they weren't there initially, man.
Thank you.
You got it, Matt. All right, let's go to Chris in New York. Chris, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Jason?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hey,
Yep.
man. Okay. Now, you're talking about terminology, correct?
I guess
Words
we were talking about terminology for a while,
you said
sure.
words mean things?
Sure.
Okay. So why don't words mean things?
What do you mean? I listen, to me, both terms, whether it's child molester or pedophile, and I can't believe we're going on this.
How do you know that's what I mean?
Well, because if you're talking, because that's the only time that we've brought up the terminology subject. Words absolutely mean things.
You're going to cut me off.
But no, I'm not cutting you off, man. It's like, what am I?
Okay, well, then don't cut me off. We'll discuss it.
Chris, I'm at the end of my segment here, man. I've got to pull you. Thanks for the call. You're right. I will cut you off now that you asked me to. Thanks, sir. I mean, give me a break. All right, we'll come back after this. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Just an unreal night.